get those messages in, whether it's a cheering messages or, well, questions, all those through our platforms that I already mentioned during the first half. I'm gonna meet you guys back after taking a short song break, starting with Tomorrow by Together with Deja Vu, followed by Gilla with Headache.
아리랑라디오.
It's time to tune in and discover the best of K-pop and Korean culture on Radio News. Welcome back to the second half of the show. Like I mentioned during the first half, this time it's going to be filled with an interview session called Meet You Up. And then about tonight's guest, I'm not going to explain who this person is. I'm going to let him do the work for me.
Hi, I'm Isaac.
Yeah.
Long time no see. I'm finally here.
Yeah.
I've waited so much to come here.
Dude, it took a long time.
I know.
What happened in between? You know what? We're going to get to that later.
A lot of
But
things
first
happened.
off,
Yes.
tell us who you are for the listeners who might be a little unfamiliar with your presence.
안녕하세요. I am Isaac. I'm a singer-songwriter from Korea. I've been back in and out in Arirang a few times.
Right.
We've been friends for a while. And yeah, so it's been a while. 여기 온 지 너무 오랜만에 돼가지고.
I mean, I'm shaking right now out of nervousness and happiness. First off, the nervousness part is mainly because you used to run your own show as well, right?
Most shortly.
Interviewing a lot of prominent figures from all over the world. And basically, I'm sitting right in front of us, 선배님, who's done a way better job than I did in the past.
Nah.
And about the happiness part,
Yes.
good to see you.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Good to see you.
안 본 사이에 너무 많은 일이 있었어요, 그죠?
그러니까 말이에요. 정말 많은 일이
so many
있었네요.
things happened.
자, 어제거나 오늘 토스트 분들께서 많이 참석을 해주셨습니다.
안녕하세요.
We're joined by a
안녕하세요.
lot of toast. That's his fandom name. So please say hi in Korean. For
안녕하세요, 토스트 여러분. 아리랑 라디오에서 여러분을 뵙게 돼서 너무 반갑고
Yeah.
아주 좋습니다. So nice to see you everyone here through 아리랑. Yeah.
Good to have you back.
Good to have you back. 사무엘이랑 얘기하면 목소리 좀 깔고 해야 돼요.
Why?
Because this guy really tries to like speak really low. So
Okay.
약간
So,
이러면서 얘기해야겠다.
do you want to test it out how low we can go? All right.
이게 뭐야?
All right. Anyway, good to be joined by my
Yes.
longtime friend. And you know what? We have something to congratulate, right? You won't sing again.
Yes.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It was a while ago, but still.
It's been like what 3 months now.
Do you still feel the excitement?
I don't know. Like right after I won, like it wasn't really like real.
Yeah.
Like 뭔가 이렇게 현실적이지 않았어가지고. Everything was the same though. Like because the bed you sleep in or sleep in, the food, the people you meet, it didn't really change much.
And
so.
materialistic and real relationship kind of things, they stay kind of preserved after winning that thing. But there must be a lot of different major changes in your life. For example, like a lot of people recognizing you.
Yeah, that happens a lot more than before. And and I don't know, like I mean, the schedules that I do, it's much different than what I used to do. So there are a lot of different chances or a lot of different people or like environments that I like experience.
Good for you.
Yes.
I am tearing up right now. 예전에 낙지 먹으면서 같이 열심히 앉아 이러던 게 엊그제 같은데 갑자기 얼마 사이에 이렇게
산다랑 같이 새벽에 치킨 뜯던 게 아직도 선명한데. Yeah,
Back in the days, we had this little entourage we had, and we used to meet up casually, and we had something like chicken or 산낙지, that's live octopus, or little octopus.
And no one was drinking, so we all
Right.
drank like sodas.
Right.
Like, in the middle. That was really
저희
funny.
되게 건전했죠. 술도 안 마시고.
그러면서 막 서로 인생 얘기하고.
맞아.
Yeah, we did a lot of that. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I gotta take you back in time.
Yes.
So when you heard your name being called, what did you feel?
That moment, like I was really trying to be very calm and 그러니까 영향을 안 받으려고 I don't know. I was trying to be like out of my mind. 뭐라 그래야 되지? 생각을 좀 딴 데 이렇게 약간 갖다 뒀다 그래야 될까?
So you were trying to zone yourself out.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was what I was trying to do at least.
Why?
So because you don't want to look or feel sad because you lost.
Okay.
You just want to be happy because like someone else actually won, or at least I've been this far through this contest, you know? So it was really interesting for me. Then the whole part was, why are you so smiling right now? 이렇게 무서워 계속 말을 하는데.
I'm just feeling quite happy to have you with me right now.
고마워요. 감사합니다. 아니 그래가지고 막 엄청 약간 그런 거였어요. 막 긴장된다 이게 아니라 그냥 수빈이가 되면 그거에 정말 축하해 줘야 되고 내가 잘 되면 그거에 대해서 그냥 감사해야겠다. And that was the whole mindset the whole time.
Okay.
I mean that's me. I'm trying to like 뭔가 when things happen, I don't try to be so like emotional or like reactive to.
You just want to keep your cool.
Yeah. That's right.
Okay. Speaking of keeping your cool, are you feeling cool right now?
Yeah, I'm pretty. I feel.
You're not
cool.
feeling excited at all to meet me back.
No, of course I'm excited. 웃기네.
홍의상으로 말씀드릴 것 같으면 여러분 이렇게 타격감 좋은 사람이 몇이 없어요. 되게 좋은 것 같아요. He's one of those kind of people that I would always love to bug him for some reason, for no reason actually.
Yeah, this guy bugs me a lot.
자, 어쨌거나 이제 굉장히 멋진 게 하나가 있습니다.
네.
홍이삭 씨의 부모님이 아들의 무대를 보기 위해 아프리카 우간다 봉사 중에 한국을 찾아오셨다는데 이제 그 이유가 너무 멋지죠. 이기는 순간보다 지는 순간에 함께해야 한다는 것이었는데요. 이 말을 들으셨을 때 어땠는지. So the question I just asked him was, it was so cool that your parents came to Korea while volunteering in Uganda, Africa, just to see their son's performance. And they stated the important thing is to be together not only in winning moments but also in losing moments. How did you feel?
I mean, of course, like I'm very moved by it. I really don't like whenever I do like performances or like the important moments in my life.
Yes,
it's really hard for me to have people close around me at those times.
Really?
Yeah. So so there were two like in total like there were I don't know 2 or 3 times where the live audience came into the show, and the round right before the final round, my sister wanted to come, but I told her not to come.
Why?
Because I didn't want her to see me like perform. I was like 부담돼가지고.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, and then at the last moment they came in because you should. But
I mean, being witnessed by the people around you, especially if it's a family member, doesn't it really not put a lot of pressure on you?
I don't know. Like I think it's it depends on like what kind of family like culture there is, the atmosphere.
I get it.
Like for me, like it's very vulnerable. Like those like stages are very vulnerable places where you just have to like perform. It's very open. You're very open to mistakes and open to being yourself. And those moments when people like when close people see you, it's very it makes you very. Yeah, that face, that ugly face that he's making right now.
I got curious. After your name being called as the winner of the show, Sing Again, what was your parents' reaction like?
We were like, 이게 무슨 일이야.
아이고야.
That's what we 그거밖에 얘기 안 했어요. 이게 무슨 일이야. 이게 무슨 일이야. That's all we talked about. Because we never thought this kind of thing would happen in our lives, like especially in our family.
Right.
I mean, look at it. Because like my families are just they live abroad trying to like help poor people or like people who are in need. And me just being in Korea with nobody, no like backgrounds of any kind of sort. I just trying to live like this and these things really don't happen a lot. And I know these things don't happen to like a lot for anybody, but like for me, it was one of those things that I would never expect to happen. So it was very interesting.
You know what? I got a personal question for you. So what's it like to become a star in this country? Or a celebrity being recognized by people when you're walking around the street. I mean, I am a celebrity for a lot of music enthusiasts, not for a mass public in this country. But I want to know what's on the other side. That's the kind of thing that I never experienced in my life. So
I don't know. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
See, like 내가 이걸 쓰면서 it was really funny. Like,
why?
이걸 쓰면서 how like my name is all packed inside this. It's over the line.
I, S, and I, C, and A.
When you start analyzing these things, you could all but psychologically, you could say like your ego is so big that it goes over the
box.
Like it kind of feels like that sometimes.
Okay.
And I think this is my like 무의식. 좀 민망한데.
Wait, so you just stated that you're a person with a very high self-esteem, I'd say.
It just got bigger at least. I mean, it makes you pretty firm in some ways.
Good for you.
그래서
good
감사한 게
for you.
있어요. 그러니까 we always have these shaky moments. I mean, I still feel that shaky moments, but at least 뭔가 엄청 불안해가지고 나를 막 잠도 못 자고 이런 건 조금 사라진 게 있는 거니까 it's very thankful in that way.
Okay, thank you. All right, so among the shows you threw in that show, well, or the performances, I say, what's your favorite one?
My favorite arrangement is the third round. It's
Okay.
called 기다림. I really like that one. And the one that I'm most proud of, it was like the sixth round. It's called a song called "I Love You."
What's the difference between you liking a certain performance and you being proud of a performance?
Because the third one is just my personal favorite,
Okay.
and sixth one was like it was a very hard obstacle to go
Okay.
over,
Okay.
and I barely managed to go over it.
Okay.
So like, 그러니까 되게 힘든 round였어요 because the song was pretty hard. It wasn't really my song, and the song was like it had a bunch of high notes. Like, I had to use a lot of energy, and there's so much like there's no time, and it wasn't really my personal preference and everything. 그러니까 근데 그걸 하고 어떻게 해가지고 했어. 근데
Wow.
그래도 어떻게 괜찮게 했네.
Wow.
It wasn't like
Glad you overcame the obstacles.
Yeah, so it's different.
But speaking of you trying to hit the high notes, I personally reckon that your charm as a singer or songwriter truly shines when you hit that high note.
Yeah.
For example, we have this song called Stay. 있을게.
너의
뒤에 난 서 있을게.
제가 이렇게 부르지는 않아요, 여러분.
All right. Anyway, speaking of hitting high notes, well, the recent song that you released as a form of OST contains a lot of high notes as well, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay,
I mean,
so tell us
soundtracks
about
are
the drama.
Oh, the recent one,
Yeah,
you mean?
yeah.
눈물의 왕. What's that called in English?
Queen
of Tears.
I
Yes,
believe.
Queen
Yeah.
of Tears. And thankfully, it was right after Sing Again. The music director, 남해승 음악 감독님, she called to ask me to sing this song.
Okay.
And she told me like the basic summary of it and where this music's gonna be in. And it was the moment where I forgot the name of the characters, but 여자 주인공 started to it was in the moment where they start to fall in love, literally. And she wanted to be a little, not just like a typical love song, but she wanted to be a little more what do you call that? Little 그게 뭐라 그래야지? 막 거룩하게 막 뭐라 해야지?
Very holy.
Yeah, in a way, in certain ways. Because it was a little more spiritual, I guess. And I sang it and she liked it and I'm like, okay, let's go for it. And then that's how it came in.
You know what was special about this song for me personally is I really loved her microphone selection to capture your voice. I really love that furry texture, if you know what that means.
Yes.
After being mixed, the furry texture was still being well preserved inside that audio that it kept me pleasing while I was listening to it from beginning to the end.
그게 신기했던 well, this is too technically, but it was first time actually using it was a Manly.
Yeah.
It was really weird. It was pretty cool.
Okay.
Well, the microphone was typical. It was
Okay.
Yeah,
but the preamp they used was different.
Yeah, the pre was different, so that was pretty cool.
Okay. Well, we're not going to get any
so
any
it's
more
too
nerdy from here. It's a musician
too
thing.
nerdy, yeah.
All right. For now, let us move on to speak about your new song, 사랑은 하니까. Please introduce what this song is all about.
So it came out the last day of February, which is February 29th, which comes every every 4 years.
Yes, a leap day. Yeah.
Yes. And then, I thought it would be pretty special to release the song on that date. And it also could, potentially give our fans to the meaning, like we could see each other like in the next 4 years.
Okay.
오랜만에 영어를 쓰니까 좀 꼬이네요.
It's okay,
아무튼
it's okay.
그래서 4년 후에도 보자 약간 이런 의미도 좀 있고.
Okay.
그리고 I thought this song really I asked Charity name to actually if she could. I asked her if she can write a song for me right after the singing because it was really busy and I really didn't have time to write the song.
Right.
And she said there's this song that she wrote, but it's something that she cannot sing. It wasn't for her, so she sent me the lyrics. I thought that it was really the lyrics told the stories about me. So in a way, I thought it would be a good closure for me right after the whole Sing Again. The whole hectic competition was a good closure for me to sing this song, which would end it and also begin the whole story of my life at this moment. So I thought it was good.
Thank you so much. What about the official English name of this song, though?
I don't know. Oh, because because I love.
Because I love, or in sentence, it could be translated roughly
because
to...
there is love.
Oh, because there is love. Okay,
I
thank you.
actually had a hard time translating it. Because 사랑은 하니까 it's not...
It could be roughly translated into, it's not like we don't love in English.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a sentence that's in English.
Right.
It's only in Korean. It's very subtle. It has a subtle nuance to it.
Okay.
So, I don't know, like the English title, yeah, that's all I could get.
Okay.
Because there's love.
Tell us any memorable episodes during the process of creating this song. Any special thing occurred?
The first day I actually heard this song, it was very calm. I thought this was, it's a good song. But in the second day, I think I never actually got to finish the song. I just fell asleep every time I was listening to it. It was really weird. The song was really comfortable to listen to. And the third day, I was listening to the chorus and I started like crying. I mean, not literally crying, but like it was like
You were emotionally crying. Okay.
약간 울컥한 게 온 거야. 그래서 this 뭐지?
Okay.
That happened. So maybe this song is for me. So and that's when I decided, I want to sing this song. So.
Okay. Thank you so much for sharing. Anyway, with that, we are gonna have a listen to this song, 사랑은 하니까, because it's love, produced by 최유리, performed by 홍이삭, live in the studio, right? Yep, so I'm going to give you some time to prepare for this live session. 보고 계시는 분들, 이제 홍이삭의 사랑은 하니까 라이브로 들어볼 시간이 왔습니다.
들어주세요.
들어볼 시간이 왔습니다.
한 번만 부탁드립니다.
여러분들 감상평 많이 보내주세요. Please send your impressions through YouTube live chat while we have a listen to this next song called Are You Ready, Sir?
Yes, I am ready.
Okay, it's 사랑은 하니까 because it's love, produced by 최유리 by 홍이삭.
참 사랑하던 나의 길 내가 오르던 언덕 끝에 아쉽게 잃은 애착은 어쩌면 나에겐 추억이 아닐까 내가 사랑한 나의 눈에 기억만 하던 나의 웃음이 어둡게도 사라져 멀어지며 흩어져 어쩌면 아직도 지난 나의 기억을 사랑해가면서 살아 추억은 나의 온기를 지켜주며 살아가게 해 다른 너의 시선은 나의 용기를 붙들며 도망가지도 않게 했던 나의 발을 잡아두는 있잖아 난 사실 또 놓인 나의 길을 더 사랑해 보려고 했잖아 사실 기대도 하니까 하지만 난 이제 더 나은 나를 위해 다 괜찮아 사랑은 하니까 라고 말해주며 살아 참 사랑하던 나의 길 끝내 오르던 언덕 끝에 아직도 나는 어려워 쓸쓸해 더 비참해 어쩌면 나는 또 지난 나의 기억을 사랑해가면서 살아 추억은 나의 온기를 지켜주며 살아가게 해 끝내 나의 시선은 나의 울음을 멈추며 도망가지도 않게 해 더 나의 발을 잡아두네 있잖아 난 사실 또 놓인 나의 길을 더 사랑해 보려고 했잖아 사실 기대도 하니까 하지만 난 이제 더 나은 나를 위해 다 괜찮아 사랑은 하니까 라고 말해주며 살아
That was 사랑은 하니까 because it's love by 홍이삭 produced by 최유리. Wow.
Yes. She wrote this song like it has no places to breathe. I'm like,
I could tell watching you perform. You know what? I believe it's my second or third time mentioning this to the audience, but you know, one of the perks of becoming a DJ is to getting to hear performers' raw vocal.
Oh yes.
Without my headphones. And I gotta say, wow, I was mesmerized the whole time when you were singing from beginning to the end.
Ah, thank you.
Do you? I mean, you still practice your vocal, right?
Yeah, of course.
How do you practice? Can you share some practicing tips
Like
for me?
practicing tips?
Yeah.
Right now I'm actually doing a lot of basic stuff.
Okay, for example.
For example, a lot of times when I don't know, maybe it's being too technical, but I think the key point that I'm trying to like the whole focus for me is trying to relax the chest part of the voice.
Oh.
So if I don't relax this, if you listen to it, the whole range, the nuance, 그러니까 이 소리가 좀 위쪽에 있잖아요. 근데 if you actually like 신경 써서 if you start relaxing, it's even if it's the same voice, it becomes much more wider.
Wow.
So like I still need to practice this during singing. It's really hard to do that. Like if you want to go to higher notes, you still need to relax the chest part to make the whole sound a little more like wider.
Okay, okay.
So that's what I need.
So that was a great tip from the best singer in Korea.
No, I'm not the best singer. I'm trying to be, hopefully.
Well, for the ones who want to become a singer in the future, make sure to relax your chest when you're singing. All right, with that, since we briefly spoke about his musical journey so far, we now are going to move on to this next part called Word Card Interview and get to know more about you.
Yes, I wrote word cards.
Yes. All you got to do is just fill in that blank, all right? 자, 이제 워드카드 인터뷰를 통해서 인간 홍이삭에 대해서 조금 더 알아보는 시간을 가질 건데요. 빈칸을 채워보도록 하겠습니다.
네.
These days, the most common phrase I hear is blah blah. 요즘 내가 가장 많이 듣는 말은 blah blah이다.
살 빠졌다.
Wow, you lost your weight. Okay, we're gonna come back to that later. The thing I most wanna try lately is blah blah. 가장 해보고 싶은 것은 blah blah이다.
Longboard downhill.
Longboard downhill.
Let me explain it later.
Okay. The third one. Currently, my greatest happiness is blah blah. 요즘 나의 가장 큰 행복은 blah blah이다.
달리기, 밥 먹기, 잠자기.
Run, eat, and sleep. All right. I think my most attractive feature is blah blah. 내가 생각하는 나의 매력 포인트?
저 눈 가리는 거요.
눈 가리는 거. Cover your eyes.
I love.
You know what? I'm gonna cut you right there and save it for later.
Okay.
All right. The next one is if the world were to end tomorrow, I would blah blah. 만약 내일 지구가 멸망한다면 나는 blah blah 할 것이다.
I would enjoy the scene.
Enjoy the scene.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For the sake of my health, I always do blah blah. 홍이삭은 건강을 위해 blah blah를 한다.
I do running and eat a lot of vitamin C.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What makes me laugh these days is blah blah. 요즘 나를 웃게 하는 건 blah blah이다.
너.
Where did you learn that 방송 attitude? That's some major league TV show attitude you got there going on. Wow.
Let's go to the next
That
question.
clearly proves you
다음
became
question.
a huge star in this country. All right. The next one. I think being wrong means blah blah and being different means blah blah. 홍이삭이 생각하는 틀리다는 이것이고 다르다는 이것이다.
틀리다는 무채색, black and white, and
Okay.
다르다는 colorfulness. I don't know what
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know the exact word for it. But.
Okay. I want to say to my... Oh, you know what? We're going to save it for later.
Okay.
All right. Coming back to the first one.
Yes.
These days, the most common phrase I hear is you lost a lot of weight. And I believe that's because of the workout you've been doing recently.
No, it's the age.
Now, onto the real talk right there. Now, come clean. How old are you, sir?
Dude, I'm 37.
I did not know you were that older than me.
I know. I'm
For
older than
your
you.
information, I know a lot of you guys are not going to believe this, but I'm actually a couple of years younger than
He's younger
Homi-san. All right, so you're slowly getting old.
No, it's the thing. Like when people, when adults get older,
Yeah.
they're like, 얼굴 살 gets a little thinner.
Wait, so how's your brain holding up?
볼살 gets a little,
What about your
disappears.
brain, though?
I don't know. Like I have hard time memorizing things these days.
But it's life. We have to learn to adapt to the change, right?
Yeah,
Right.
and you know what? You know
Right.
what? There's this like scientific result that when you're young, your brain is adapted to learning things. You're very very fast in learning, but when you get older, you get better in 응용하는 거.
Improvising.
Not improvising, but like improvising. 응용's like I guess it's improvising.
It's similar to improvising.
Yeah, like just using what you have.
Okay.
So that 능력치 changes.
But I personally reckon it is us as a human being who set the limitation of our brain is mainly because remember what Einstein said about our brain? We only use up about like 3% of our brain until the death of us. So that means we still have more than 97% available.
That's true, but in some other scientific says we're already using like 98% of it, man.
All right, moving on to the next one. The thing I want to try the most these days is what was it again?
I have a lot of things that I want to do these days, but I was just looking at I just got it just reminded me of this movie 그 Walter Mitty I forgot
No
the
idea
title
what
of
that
it.
is.
You don't know that movie?
No.
You gotta see that movie.
Is it about longboard downhill?
Actually, it has this longboard downhill scene in Iceland.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. And this guy is like he's a what do you call it? The photo guy from a Life magazine, and
Okay.
he was always in his office. But,
that's sick,
And
yeah.
there's this like incident that he has to start like traveling around
Okay.
places to find this photographer.
Okay.
And he goes to Iceland.
Okay.
And he exchanged his like toy with this kid's longboard, and he goes downhill on this longboard with his earphone on. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
scene. Yeah.
I mean, in Korean, it's called 월터의 상상은 현실이 된다라고 하는데
맞습니다.
보신 분들 있으시면
이걸 안
뭐
보다니.
내용을 한번 말해주시면 좋을 것 같아요. Never seen that movie before.
I condemn you, man.
Maybe
You
we're
gotta
from
see this
different
movie.
generation. You know, I'm a slightly younger age than you are, sir.
That is true.
Thank you,
but-
sir. We are gonna move on to the next one. All right, so the next one is I think my most attractive feature is covering your eyes.
I don't know. Like 이거는 좀 항상 어려운 것 같아요.
Yeah?
When people ask like me or you, what's your most attractive feature, man?
I don't know, just being myself.
It's really hard for guys to actually, say things that you're not sure of.
Okay.
So I like covering my eyes.
What do you like about me then?
You?
Yeah.
Being yourself.
what I like about you is just being yourself, I guess. You know what? For the sake of your fans, why don't we show your 눈 가리기 pose to the fans? Looking at the camera in front of you. Yeah.
이미 I think
Just cover your
충분히
eyes.
가리고 있잖아요 지금.
That's it?
가리고 눈 내리고 이렇게 안경 쓰고 이러면.
All right. Anyway, moving on to the next one. What makes me laugh? No, we're going to skip this one.
Okay.
So I think being wrong means blah and being different means something you mentioned.
Oh, I wrote being wrong. I mean, being wrong means being black and white.
Okay.
Or 무채색.
Yeah.
무채색. What's 무채색 in English?
Transparent? I don't
No,
even know what
무채색 means
무채색
no
is.
color. 무채.
No color means transparent.
No, transparent means like you can see through things.
Aren't you supposed to say monotone? 단색?
Monotone. Maybe it's 단색.
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's not 무채색.
So for me, I thought it was opposite. So being 다르다 means being colorful,
Okay.
which means, and 틀리다 means you're like black or white.
How would you define your representative color?
Me?
Yeah.
For me, I think it's somewhere around in blue something.
Really? You know what? The only reason I was attracted to you in the first place is because you had this brown aura surrounding yourself.
Brown.
I tend to get attracted to people with brownness to them for some reason, but I personally think you are that color. But since you
Okay.
mentioned blue,
Brown. Okay. 오늘부로 절교하는 모습.
all right. Anyway, moving on to before we move on to the next part, we still have one more. Well, blank to fill, right? I want to say this to the toast who came through the show tonight. That is.
아니 그래서 제가 뭐라고 이렇게 저의 이제 함께 해주셔서 항상 감사하고 이 은혜 좋은 음악으로 보답해서 제가 건강하게 밝게 계속 음악을 잘 만들고 이렇게 달릴 수 있게 해서 그렇게 감사하고 제 뭐라고 썼는지 기억이 잘 안 보이네요. 그러니까 감사하고 사랑하고 축복하고 제가 더 잘할게요. 감사합니다. Thank you. You're so beautiful no matter what they say. You know what I'm saying? 그니까 화이팅하면서 잘 살아봅시다. Yeah.
Now, summarize that in English, please.
Thank you, Toast. Let's be. I'll try my best to be a good musician, and hopefully we could be all happy together.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyway, with that, we are gonna have a listen to another live prepared, and it's called 보마. I'm gonna let you
Yes.
prepare for it. 자, 보고 계시는 분들 이제 보마라는 노래 라이브 들어볼 건데요. 많이 기대해 주시고 감상평도 많이 보내주세요. Guys, we're about to have a listen to a song called 보마. So please feel free to toss in your impressions about this live session through YouTube live chat. Are you ready, sir?
I am ready.
Okay.
Yes.
This is 홍이삭 with 보마.
사랑해도 될까요? 날씨도 참 좋은데 이 세상 그 무엇보다 그댈 사랑합니다. 한순간의 표현들보다 영원할 우리 맘을 보며 나뭇잎 스치는 소리와 새들의 지저귀는 소리 우리의 노래가 되고 그대의 마음이 되어가 솔솔 부는 봄바람이 그 마음을 담고서 너에게 말하네 나에게 말하네 바람이 내 몸을 감싸듯 이슬이 나뭇잎 적시듯 내 마음이 짖는 소리와 새들의 지저귀는 소리 우리의 노래가 되고 그대의 마음이 되어가 솔솔 부는 봄바람이 그 마음을 담고서 너에게 말하네 나에게 말하네 솔솔 부는 봄바람이 그 마음을 담고서 너에게 말하네 나에게 말하네 나의 봄이 돼준 당신께 사랑해도 될까요? 아, 얘도 오랜만에 부르니까 어렵네.
Wow, that was 봄아 by 홍이삭. I feel like I have to talk like this after hearing your song for some reason. I turn all 경건 for some reason.
It's really hard. 되게 어려웠어요. 아, 오랜만에 부르니까. 네.
와, 아니 보고 계시는 분들도 지금 제가 제일 부럽대요. A lot of your fans are being jealous of me being able to sit right next to you and get blessed with this level of performance. 아, 뭐라고 방금 하실 말씀이 있으실까요? 이 라이브는 몇 점이다?
저요?
How would you rate this live performance?
한 6.5쯤 되지 않을까
6.5. He's a 6.5. He's just being humble. Anyway, with that, we are gonna start covering the messages we received from toasts.
Yes.
자, 이제 토스트 여러분들께서 받은 메시지를 이제 커버를 해볼 건데요.
네.
자, 이제 하나씩 가보겠습니다. 첫 번째 메시지는
네.
JN님의 메시지입니다. This first message is from JN. The message goes, 이상님, 셀카는 쑥스러워하면서 화보는 찍었다 하면 레전드인데 노하우가 있나요? 무슨 생각을 하면서 찍으시는지, 포즈는 작가님들이 다 알려주시는지 궁금해요. 그리고 제일 마음에 드는 화보는 무엇인지 궁금해요. Isaac, I know you're kind of ashamed whenever you're trying to say take a selfie, but whenever you go on a photo shoot for a magazine, etc., you mark the new legend. So what kind of thing is going on inside your brain when you're doing the photo shoot? Or are the pose directed by the directors in the scene? And the last question is, what's your favorite photo shoot that you did so far?
I see. 꼭 이렇게 읽으실 때 말을 하셔야 되나요?
제가 약간 이렇게 말하는 게 평소 말투잖아, 형? 알잖아?
I mean, selfies and photo shoots are very different two things, I think. Because selfies, you're very like 이게 있잖아요. 이게 you're looking at yourself and you're trying to like find like good angles that you look nice.
Okay.
And that action is very 부끄러워. 그렇지 않아요? It's very, you know.
You know, I was never a selfie person, so I'm the last person you should be asking that kind of question.
That's true.
I can totally relate to what you just mentioned. But this one, we're gonna
친구예요,
leave it
여러분.
all up to the listeners who take selfie on a daily basis.
그렇죠. 저희 친구입니다.
예.
역시.
저희는 원래 근데 좀 잘생긴 사람들이 셀카 찍는 거 두려워해요, 여러분.
그렇다 합니다. 그래서
Anyway, what about the next question?
Yes.
What's your favorite 화보? What's your favorite photo shoot so far?
I don't know. Like I think I'm very humble though, because I like all of them are nice.
Okay. All of them were nice.
I think so.
Oh,
Because that's just me. Like it's really 그러니까 보는 내 얼굴 잘 어떻게 내가 내 뭐가 좋다 이렇게 말하기 좀 약간 그렇잖아요, 사람이.
I thought you were a person with high self-esteem or ego or confidence in you.
It just did on the time when I was drawing this.
Okay.
I mean, photos start way different because you don't really think about cameras.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a little different.
Okay. I think that kind of makes sense. Anyway, I hope that answer made sense to you, Jay. And we now are going to move on to the next one from 나무사이님. Sending in some questions for Isaac. Number 1, during Sing Again 3, when did you most regret doing the show? And when were you most happy about participating in the show? Sing Again 참석을 가장 후회한 순간과 가장 나가기 잘했다고 느낀 순간.
후회한 순간이요. There were 2 moments.
Okay, this is the interesting part.
It was, I think, the first round. It's the whole shot. It took 3 days.
Okay.
For the whole 77 people to do their first round audition.
Okay.
And I was the last round, very not very last, but 3명 전이었고 그랬었어요. 그래서 right before that, I'm like, 괜히 왔다. It was the first moment you.
Why? Because of the pressure?
Yeah, the pressure. I mean, the first round, because you don't know what's gonna happen, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
And I felt like there were so many things that I might lose because of coming out of this show.
Okay.
And there were a lot of risks for me, I think.
Okay.
And I really, even though I did a lot of auditions, I really don't like places where people, say you did good, this good, you did this good, you did this bad,
Right.
So it was right the moment before, I think it was the most time I regretted it coming on 생각해. 도망가고 싶다 뭐 이런 게 있었고.
Okay.
The next one was the first time listening to the 6th round song.
Okay.
Because the song was really hard.
Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for sharing. Anyway, we received a couple more questions from 나무사이님, but since we're running out of time, I'm going to skip to this next one. But thank you so much for participating.
Yes, thank you.
It's from Chuson. Hello, Isaac. Nice to meet you. Your days must be so hectic these days. My days also have been very hectic because of you. Haha. I got a few questions for you. Number 1, what's the most memorable performance you performed recently? I went to 유길심 in Chuncheon. It was amazing. And number 2, what is more important between the result and the process for you when you are working on something? Number 3, I want to be your friend since when I first saw you. Can I be your friend? Haha. Well, which one do you feel like answering? I'm going to leave it up to you.
Okay.
3개 중에 하나를 골라서 부탁드리겠습니다.
I think the Poma that I just sang was the best, the song that I sang Poma in recent 2-3 years.
Okay.
So that was pretty neat.
Okay.
And what's the third one?
I want to be your friend. Can we be friends?
Of course we can be friends.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for participating, Chuson. And this last one is quite long, so I'm just going to kind of scheme it through, all right? Hyosun Lim says, hi, I'm a solo expat from Korea living in London. Although I have experience living in another country when I was a student, I feel that it's a lot more difficult to make friends and mingling into socials, especially as an introvert growing up. Isaac's music and his presence is one of very few things that cheers me up every day. I know Isaac also has experience in living in different cities and countries. Could you please give me some advice to adjust my new environment? I also want to listen to Let's Be Friends of Isaac. Thanks, from Sunny.
Thank you. So adjusting in the new environment?
Yeah.
I think the first thing is to eat good food around that area.
Okay.
And by eating the food, you get to talk to those owners and you get to know other places around. I mean, just getting to at least if you can eat the food around it really easily, that's pretty good.
Okay.
Anyway, that's about it.
Well, hope this advice helped you in any way, Hyosun. Thank you so much for sending in the messages.
Thank you.
All right. Anyway, with that, since time ran out, we have to wrap up tonight's show.
Yes.
But before we wrap up, any last words?
너무 오랜만에 와서 좋았습니다. 사실 아리랑을 시간이 끝나고 와야 되는 데를 제일 먼저 생각했던 것 같아요. 근데 sorry for coming up so late.
It's okay.
죄송합니다. 죄송해요. 잊어가지고 하지만 이제라도 와서 이렇게 얘기할 수 있어서 너무 좋았고 I'm very happy to see you guys here again. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Last but no means least, please promote the show to the toast.
여러분 라디오 마이너스 들으세요. 서사물에 똘끼 있는 얘기들 들을 수 있고요. 정신 나간 멘트들과 이렇게 멘트하는 걸 맨날 들을 수 있어요.
맞아요.
마음에 드시면 오시고요.
맞아요.
아니면 몰라요.
All right, anyway, thank you so much for coming through, Isaac. We are going to play one more song from Isaac and call it a day. This is Fallen. 마지막 인사 안녕히 계세요들 뭐 부탁드릴게요.
네, 안녕히 계세요. 감사합니다, 여러분. 진짜 이렇게 만나서 너무 좋았고 다음에 또 올 수 있으면 또 서사모엘과 좋은 시간 보낼 수 있었으면 좋겠습니다. Thank you so much, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.